Hello everyone, I am Garima. This lecture is for BSc 4th year, and in today's lecture we're gonna talk about the topic equipments and supplies. Adequate physical facilities are fundamental requirements in any educational institution. Without them, it is difficult to carry out a program on a sound educational basis. For 50 students or less, there should be office for the principal with sofa for visitors, two classrooms with movable partitions if necessary, one multi-purpose laboratory like demonstration room and nutritional laboratory, department with labs like medical, surgical, community, fundamental of nursing, nutrition, one science laboratory, one office for principal, two offices for other staff, one office for clerk cum typist. Steno for principal should be there, very much attached to principal and main office room to computer, one library, one large storeroom, waiting hall and room for visitors, and sanitary facilities. Meaning of equipments. The term equipment means all items necessary for the functioning of all services of the institution, including accounting and records, maintenance of buildings, offices, classrooms, laboratory, library, adequate teaching aids and material, etc. Meaning of supplies. Supplies are those items that are used up or consumed. Hence, the term consumable is used for supplies. The supplies in institution include stationaries, comfortable chairs and tables, books, journals, the linen, drugs, articles, plastic items, etc. So, today we will see that in an institution what are the equipments and supplies are need to used. First is classrooms. In this first is number. The number of classrooms should be sufficient to permit the scheduling of classes in keeping with educational principles and at hours which are convenient to the tutor and students. Second is size. Size will depend on the size of the student body. It should be pleasing, should have good lighting, be well ventilated and provide for heating or cooling. Where insects are prevalent, the windows, doors and all other apertures should be fitted with wire netting. Last is furnishing and equipment. In this, there should be a separate chair and desk or chair cum desk for each student, or alternatively sufficient room for each student to sit and write comfortably at a long desk. The chairs and desks should not be fixed to the floor so that rearrangement is possible for group. In addition to fixed blackboard, there should be a movable blackboard for each room or at least one for every two rooms. Bulletin boards and other facilities for displaying material should also be available. There should be a wash basin with running water or other suitable hand washing facilities. Equipment should include charts and models. There should also be a slide and film projector in the institution, or it should be readily accessible. Adequate teaching aids and materials to prepare them should be there in classrooms. Next is laboratories. Main types of labs or workrooms are required for demonstrations, a science lab and practical classes, nursing arts lab or a nutrition. Separate microbiology lab and biochemistry, middle big long table and all washing facilities. First is science laboratory. In this, the extent to which a science lab is necessary and is utilized depends on the arrangements made by the school for teaching of science subjects. The science lab should be fitted with benches and seats, cupboards, running water, and piped either gas or cylinders, and should have microscopes, balances and weights and such other equipments and supplies as required. Second is nutritional laboratory. Articles required for nutrition laboratory are pressure cooker and pan, mixer and grinder, dinner set, tawa, steel tray, spoon, fry pan with handle, table stand, knife, hot box, shelves, cupboards for storage, vessels, steel strainer, feeding cup, soap box, soap tray, measuring jug, bucket, workbenches, electric and gas stoves, sink. Furnishing and equipment should include workbenches with stainless steel, marble chip or heat resistant tops, electric or gas or indigenous type of cooking stoves, sinks and running water, dietetic scales, cooking utensils, shelves and cupboards for storage. Third is anatomy laboratory. In this, bone set, models, specimens, charts, skeleton, etc. should be available. Now the demonstration room. Demonstration room is used in a varying degree by two staff for demonstration of some of the techniques used in nursing. It is essentially a workroom for students. It should always be accessible to students. There should be adequate storage space with protection for goods from heat, moisture, insects and vermin. Demonstration room should have ample cupboards, shelves, sinks and running water, eatables or workbenches and movable chairs. Adequate equipments should be arranged for students to practice the procedures when required. Equipments include cots, coats, linen, articles for doing different procedures, mannequins and supplies like cotton, Benedict solution, betadine, etc. should be available in demonstration room. Articles required in demonstration room are: first is steel items. In this, artery forceps, big and small, dissecting forceps, sponge holder, chisel forceps, tracy lid small, tray without lid, scissors, needle holder, bowl with lid small and big, syringe case big and small, kidney tray big and small, basin big and small, swab container medium small, scalpel blade, nasal speculum, suture removing forceps, lids, water jug mug, tongue, turning fork, proctoscope sterilizer, mouth gagged, LP needle, spoon, big small, LP needle is lumbar puncture needle, spoon, big small, still glasses, bedpan, dressing drum, tower clips, laryngoscope, nail cutter, mannequins, male and female. Then another enamel items include tray small and big, basins, urinal, feeding cup, pint measure, bowl. Then offices. Preferably there should be a separate office for each tutor. If not, there should be a minimum of one office for the principal and an office or offices to be shared by others. A separate desk should be provided for each tutor. Department wise office, one office for each department. After that, connected to it their lab, their classroom connected to it. The furniture and equipment in each office should include the following in a quantity consistent with the number of staff. First is desks and chair with additional chair for visitors. Second is a steel cupboard with lock. Third is filing cabinet. Fourth is bookcase. Fifth is stationery rack, filing trays, table lamp, stapling and punching machines and other desk equipments. Additional equipments and maybe to it used jointly or supplied for each staff member. First one is graph desk type of cupboards and second is telephone. Additional equipments should be provided for the office clerk, namely first is typewriter and typing table, second is duplicating machine, third is cardex or similar type of filing equipment which will promote efficiency and ensure easy and quick reference. Next is library. In this, first is accommodation and equipment. It should be conveniently located in as far as possible quite attractive surroundings, adequate ventilation and good lighting. Both natural and artificial are essential. The furniture and equipment should include: first is comfortable chairs and tables of a convenient height. Second is metal bookshelves or cupboards with glass doors. Third is boxes for pamphlets. Fourth is catalog cabinets. Fifth is bulletin boards. Sixth is book display rack. Seventh is steel book supports. Eighth is magazine display rack. Ninth is transparent magazine covers. And last is 10th stationery items such as index cards, borrowers cards, labels and registers. Next is library holdings. The library may stock any of the following variety of publications like dictionaries, encyclopedias, bibliography of nursing publications and extracts, central, state and municipal government reports and documents such as a 5-year plans, statistical data and bulletins. Nursing textbooks and reference books on all aspects of nursing and related subjects, books on a physical, biological, and social sciences books and materials on allied disciplines such as social work and occupational and physical therapy, and on the work of Sevaks, auxiliary nurses, and other health personnel. Journals of nursing and allied professions, current pamphlets in all related areas like monographs, reprints of articles from journals, etc., daily newspapers, selected biographical, philosophical and religious books, fiction, and such other reading as the program or policies call for, internet facilities, availability of computer. Next is other physical facilities. In this, first one is housekeeping room. For use of housekeeping staff, housekeeping room should contain: first is a sink with running water. Second is shelves for storage of cleaning equipment and supplies. Third is a table and chair. Fourth is cupboards for personal belonging. Fifth is facilities for resting for non-resident staff. Sixth is a sanitary annexes including bathing facilities and latrines. Second is storerooms. Institution should have adequate storage space for equipment and supplies. Storeroom should be easily accessible, should be protected from the weather, and should have enough cupboards and shelf space for the proper maintenance of the articles. Last is sanitary annexes. In this, there should be hygienic latrines and hand washing facilities for both staff and student within convenient reach of classrooms and offices. Mirrors should be fitted and there should be covered bins for disposal of sanitary napkins. In sanitary nexus, plastic items include tray, basin, small, medium, big, bucket, soap dish, and waste bin. Linen items include bed sheet, driver sheet, sponge clothes, duster, towel, blanket, wash towel, OT gown, BP apparatus, stethoscope, IV stand, screen, trolley, weighing machine, oxygen cylinders, coat, microscope, common balance, cardiac table, mannequin, backrest, autoclave, centrifuge, gas cylinder, stove, table, comb, scrubbing brush, endotracheal tube, tracheostomy tube, colostomy bag, ounce glass, fetoscope, feeding bottle, chairs, models, bedside locker. Other amenities include drinking water facilities should be provided in hygienic container. Refusal disposal include there should be a proper arrangement for collection and disposal of fuse of refuse. Then adequate supplies and equipments in turn form the basic infrastructure for any nursing educational institution to function effectively. Enough provision should be made in the budget to distribute adequate supplies and equipments to the institution, and their maintenance is equally important. Availability should be there always. Now, the role of an administrator in providing equipment and supplies. First is obtaining the best value for the institute's budget. In this, an administrator is obliged to make use of the budget to obtain the greatest return value. She or he has to identify the causes of deterioration of materials and comparative length of life and usefulness of materials of different grades and from different manufacturers to determine which are the best investments. Second is maintaining an adequate supply. In this, the educational institutes should have an adequate supply of materials for the students. To make use of ordering in large quantities is cheaper because handling charges are proportionately less, but if the materials are subject to deterioration, then overstocking should be avoided. The most economic quantities are those which strike in balance between costs carrying costs and handling costs. Frequency of ordering depends on availability of supplies. Last one is records of amounts in hand. In this, in order to know the amounts in stock at all times, a stock inventory should be maintained. This is a record of supply on hand, additions to the stock, amounts issued, and the departments to which distributions are made. A periodic count should be maintained to correct cumulative errors. Inventory should be done before the posting of the students in the ward. In this, an administrator may delegate the responsibilities to someone for handling supplies and equipments. Second is administrator should be observant of waste and misuse. Last is administrator should evaluate the subordinates and the students in the economic use of materials. Thank you.